Hello students, this video covers the remaining part of the chapter number 1, Introduction to the Networking, and here we go. So student, in the last video on chapter number 1, one of the network devices was left, and that is internal network card. We are going to cover this device in this video. So internal network card, first we'll just see the picture of this card. This is the picture of this card. You may find it inside the computer, or it can be installed externally. In laptops the device comes pre-installed. Okay, so we will just learn what is this device. An internal network card is also known as a network adapter, LAN card, network interface card. It develops physical connection between a computer and the network. It converts one form of the data to another form so that the computer can display the data for the user. So when we say that, okay, when we're talking about network, so we say that, okay, there are a lot of computers are there, and these computers are connected through wires, Ethernet or some other wires. Okay, so where does this wire connect the computer? So this is the point. This is the point where the wire connects the computer. This in a computer you will find at the back side of the your cabinet box, the back side of your CPU we say. Okay, so there the Ethernet wire is plugged in, and the transmission comes through this wire and goes to this an IC or internal network card. This converts the signal that it's received through the wire from one form to the other form, so that it can be processed and the data or the resource that you want to see on the computer is available there. So this is the function of this. If this card is not there in a computer, you are probably not able to have internet facility in your computer. So this is essential for to install a network or to get the internet access on your computer. Okay, so this is we call internet network card. It is also called LAN card, or it is also called network interface card. Okay, so many names are there, you could see here. Okay, network adapter, LAN card, or network interface card, or simply internal network card. So what is the function? As a function is to make a physical connection between the computer and the network. So if you want to connect your computer to the network, so this card will make you able to connect your computer to the network physically. Okay, because the wire is plugged in into this port that is here. This is called Ethernet port. Ethernet port. Okay, so this is the function of internal network card. Now this is over. Now we are moving to the some more terms that we are going to cover in this chapter. One is internet. So what is an internet? So this is picture here. We'll just learn about it. Internet is the network of millions of computers across the world. It consists of a number of smaller and larger networks. The organization that provides a computer access to the network are called Internet Service Provider, ISP. Okay. So what is internet? Internet is a infrastructure. Okay, this is the the larger network across the globe. So we have already learned about the network. There are different type of network. You have learned about the LAN and MAN and WAN. Okay, so when these all smaller or the larger networks are connected together, they make a network. They make an internet. Okay, So internet is, you can say, is a networking that is that is spread across the world. So it's only infrastructures, computer, and the facility to connect this computer is called internet. That's all. Now we are moving. One ISP is already covered here, Internet Service Provider. So the companies or the organization that provides us internet facility, that we call ISP, Internet Service Provider, because they have to lay these cables, they have to make a lot of infrastructure available for us to have internet. So that we call Internet Service Provider. So this internet, one more term is www, World Wide Web. So if we have, you know, a network that we have laid in a particular geographical area, but we don't have any, resource over that, we don't have any software over that, so it won't be able to, see any resources or to find any resources on the network until unless we have the resource in that. So www, what is www? So www, World Wide Web, is a collection of websites and web pages available to be accessed on the internet. These web pages contain all the information we get on the internet. So as I said, merely having an internet doesn't make it possible to access the resources. So for that we have to have resources all over. So these resources across the world is stored in the servers in the form of web pages or websites. So many people whosoever wants to make some information available, they will make their web pages and they will, store these web pages in the servers, and so that through the network we can access. Okay, so it's resources. You can say all the resources in the form of web pages or in the form of websites that are available across the globe is called www, World Wide Web. So altogether, internet and the resources, when joined together, then only we are able to access the resources across the world. So www is over. Now web browser. So these are the pictures of some of the web browsers. Whenever you open your computer, okay, you wanted to search for some information, so generally you must be clicking some of one of these icons. So these are the icons for the web browser. This is Google Chrome, this is Mozilla Firefox, this is Microsoft Internet Explorer, this is Opera and Apple Safari. So different companies, mostly this Chrome is used. Okay, Chrome is from Google, so this is very faster one. This is the faster one, so that's why we use this Chrome only. So what is a web browser? It's generally a software. Okay, a web browser is an application or software that we use to view website. Google Chrome, Mozilla, Firefox, Microsoft Internet Explorer, Opera, Apple Safari, etc. are the names of the some of the web browsers. So web browser is a software that you know allow you to browse through the web pages or allow you to explore all the web pages you want. So internet, www, and web browser, these are terminology we generally use in the when we talk about the internet. So it should be clear to you. And next, network security. So network security is a very important aspect that we have to see whenever we are using internet, because there is very likelihood that when we are using network, we may have some risk of losing our data you know, or other things. Okay, so what is the network security? So it is important to protect your data while using a computer network. The term network security refers to a set of policies and procedures implemented for protecting a network from online threats. So what is online threats? Online threats means there are some softwares that unknowingly or without your permission may have access to your computer, your devices, and it may change some software in order to steal your data, in order to steal your credentials like bank account, your credit card number, etc. etc. Okay. So, in order to protect your computer against this type of threat, we have to ensure that there is a secure network by which through which you can keep your data safe and secure. Okay, so this the term network security refers to a set of policies and procedure implemented for protecting network. So for this we have to follow certain policies, we have to follow some certain procedure, and what are these? We are just talking about it in the upcoming slides. So threat to network security, first we'll see this. A number of online threats can target and misuse your data and the network infrastructures, including its hardware and software components. A malicious software or malware may attack the computer and compromise the security of the system. So this is a threat. I have already talked about it. So we'll moving. These are viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. So these are the threat that we may encounter while we are using internet. So malware such as viruses, worms, and Trojan horses are programs especially designed to attack your computer system and disturb its normal functioning. So viruses you already know these are the small programs, okay, that are capable of modifying some other programs or that are capable to download themselves into the computer and multiply themselves. So there are different types of malicious softwares. Viruses is one type, worms is one type, Trojan horses is one type. So these are the online threat to a computer. Now, spyware and adware. So these are all the program that may affect your computer severely. Okay. Spyware is a malicious application designed to spy on your computer. It can track information you share on the internet and can even monitor your online activities. So what is a spyware? A spyware is a software that will continuously monitor your activity on your computer while you are connected to the internet. So whatever data you are storing over there, whatever entry you are making there, it will keep on monitoring it and later on it may steal this data. Okay, it may steal this data from your computer. So it's like a spy. Okay, monitoring what are you doing on the computer and can steal your data. Now next is the adware. So what is adware? Actually adware is again one type of software that keep on displaying advertisement on your devices. So whether you solicit it or not, it keep on popping up and will keep on showing you the advertisement. This is a adware. So these are the harmful softwares for our computer, and we have to protect our computer from these harmful software. Next is hacking. I think this is a term you might have heard many times. So what is hacking? So hacking involves gaining unauthorized access to your confidential information Hacking involves gaining unauthorized access to your confidential information. Hacking is often used to gather sensitive data such as your bank account information, your credentials, etc. etc. So, hacking is a way to gain unauthorized access. So, how one can get access to your computer? It is done using the internet. Suppose a person is sitting, let's say, in some of the country, some other part of the country, or even in another country, and he or she wanted to have access to your computer, so he or she can do that using the internet. So if you are connected to the internet, they may have unauthorized access to your computer, means they can see what data you have stored in a computer, and they can even make your computer non-functional. So this is hacking. Next, phishing. So phishing involves sending fraudulent messages to gain personal information such as bank account details, credit card numbers, or any other financial data. Loss of data, money, and even identity theft are among the numerous consequences of phishing attack. So when we are connected to the internet, sometimes we get some unsolicited emails or some messages. Along with these messages, some link would be there, and if you follow the restriction, if you click on that links, so this link will allow them to have access to our computer, and through this link they may access to our data and can steal our data like your bank account, credit card numbers, etc., etc. So this is phishing, means sending some fraudulent message, and through the message they guide us to do something. If we are doing as they instructed us, so definitely we are putting ourselves in the risk, because the moment we click their links, the moment we click any button or anything that want us to do, so we are going to putting ourselves in the risk. So this is phishing. Denial of services. Now this, so zombie computers. What is zombie computers? The computer infected with malware and taken over by the hackers. So hacking, we have already learned about the hacking. Hacking means if someone get unauthorized access to a computer, means he can control your computer sitting miles away. So that we call hacking. So what is zombie computers? Any computer that has been taken over by the hackers, means the computer is totally under control the hacker. That we call zombie computers. So zombie computers with malware and taken over the hackers often send service requests to disturb the functioning of a website. A denial of service attack overloads servers with data, thereby making our site inaccessible to user. So this zombie computer will keep on sending requests in order to disturb the functioning of the website. So when these requests are continuously sent to disturb the functioning of the websites, so what happens is the website cannot be accessed by the user. The website become inaccessible to the user. So this is we call denial of services. Now security solution. So security solutions, there are many security solutions available. The security of the computer against many network-related risks is paramount. We can protect our computers from security threats using a number of techniques discussed hereafter. So here we are going to, after this we are going to discuss some of the techniques by which we can ensure the security to our computer, which can protect our computer from the cyber attack. Okay, so authentication and authorization protocols. An authentication protocol verifies an identity claim over the network. So this means we can make our computer accessible to the only those people whose identity is verified. If the identity is not verified, such person cannot have access to our computer. That is called authentication protocol. So it ensures that only authorized user get access to the network data. Such measure prevent an unauthorized user from getting access to our sensitive data. So if we have given them certain IDs and password, so that person only can access to our computer. So that we call authentication and authorization protocol. It will prevent our system from unauthorized user. So this is one way how we can ensure security of computer. Next, antivirus and anti-spyware. So these are the different. These are the logos of the different, antivirus: AVG, Avast, Avira, Kaspersky. Okay, antivirus and the anti-spyware are the software that detect and remove malicious programs such as viruses, malware, spyware. Antivirus and spyware can be set to scan computers to detect programs of suspicious nature or activity. So we have to install this antiviruses and anti-spyware into our computer, and whenever we can set them, we can program them that whenever they detect any malicious program, they can make us alert and they can scan them, and even they will have a facility to remove them. So this is a good shield that can protect our computer from antivirus, from viruses and malware. So we it's always advised that whenever you purchase a computer or laptop, you should have an antivirus installed in that. Okay. Now firewall. So this is also one type of. This is also one kind of software that protect your computer against the security risk. So a firewall is a software that monitors the network traffic and restrict the access of unauthorized user or program. Many operating system and antivirus products have their own firewall. The firewall prevents the entry of any program that is configured to be restricted. So firewall are the program that prevent any unauthorized user accessing your computer. So these are the program. The operating system, they have their, suppose you have loaded Windows on a computer, so the window firewall is always comes always with the Windows software. Okay, so it has your own system on program that will prevent the unauthorized user accessing your computer. And if you install any antivirus, that antivirus will also have a firewall. So that will also have a firewall that will prevent any unauthorized entry to your computer. Virtual private network. So what is the virtual private network? So this is actually a very secure way of connecting your computer to the network. A VPN, virtual private network, enables remote access to your computer remote system through a secure pathway. The VPN secures the private networks using encryption and other security mechanism to ensure that only authorized user can access the network and that the data cannot be intercepted. So this is a secure pathway. This is a secure way to connect to have access to the remote devices. Suppose this is a client computer, it want to access this server. So this is a public network. Let's say this is a local network, the public network. And if the information is transferring from here to here, so if this information is encrypted means they have been secured with the one layer of the security. So in simple word, if you say that okay, they have been made more secured so that the unauthorized person is not able to access this data. So that we call VPN. It is a more secure way to transfer data from one device to another device or to access the networks. So that is a VPN. Okay, then this is all in this chapter. Thank you.